Alright, welcome back for round two. We had a somewhat long queue, but we got there eventually. Lost the roll, always unfortunate. This deck, definitely you can nut draw on the play, it's much harder to do so on the draw. But, good. Come on, opponent. Do you want to play first? Alright, there we go. This is definitely one of the better hands this deck's capable of producing. So we're definitely going to keep our opponent mulled to 6, which is pretty great. Definitely one of the ways I said it was very hard to. Alright, we're playing the same match. Alright. He did not attack. Alright, our opponent has misclicked. As we see, Moto said he was trying to pay costs, which means he like F6 through his combat step and then clicked it and it had the activate ability going on. So we're slightly ahead in that respect, which is always nice. Or still, we'll wait to see if our opponent has the Black Flesh Run license disintegration or not. Alright, X does. Okay, he does it for Scrounger as well. Alright. Sure. Yes, it does make you discard your hand. Alright, I'm going to play a Copter here. Reflector Magic and Moab Courier is pretty great, just because they have to redo all their effort. And if they want to discard their current 2 cards. I mean, if they have a Fiery Temper in hand, this is fine, but sure. Madness targets target Reflector Mage response. I will crew. That's our resolves. Attack. Yes. Thalia is okay. I think I'm just going to discard one of these Ceaseless Snares. Opponent hasn't played a Copter yet, and if they do, I can snare it. I mean, it's highly unlikely my opponent gets 2 Copters in this game, I feel like, but it's obviously anything's possible. Alright, I'm going to Gideon here, just because his current board seems somewhat poorly equipped to handle Gideon. Make a knight, crew up the Copter, and we're going to attack, discard this Copter almost for sure. I actually can't think of any card I would discard besides the Copter, because lands are great, all of our spells are great. I mean, basic island's pretty bad, but I mean, at the very least, we can still sacrifice a clue, which is great. He disintegration his own guy. Oh no, sorry, he activated it, right? Okay, my understanding. It discarded the discard. Like he didn't have black mana. It just looked like he could have disintegration his own guy. All right. Oh wait, sorry. I don't want the Deccan Stone. I do want Alliance, Glare. Gisella's. I do actually like Mbala. I'm going to cut a couple Gideons. Cut a Copter on the draw. I'm going to cut. I actually also like cutting some Selfless Spirits. I had. Was the other Deccan Stone the card? It's just so good if they ever play 2 cards because they just never have mana to sack both clues. Yeah, maybe I'll cut a Spell Caller just because they have a lot of removal for it. That sounds good on the draw. We'll try that. Hand's more than acceptable. Basically, best card we can draw is Smuggler's Copter, but right. So Bowite Courier, our opponent maybe won't F6 this time. Yeah, there he goes. You get your card this time, sir. I'll take 1. This sort of thing, just one of the many scenarios where Thraben Inspector is just one of the best cards in your deck. Just such a clean answer to things like Bomat Courier. Alright, so Copter was the best possible draw for him there. We're just gonna ship the turn here. Not much we can do. That's relevant. I mean, you can say we can maybe attack, but it's if our opponent plays any creature attacking, it was very bad. So might as well just sack the clue here. Prevent him from getting an extra card under the Bomat. We're hopefully going to draw a Stasis Snare or Immolating Glare and Blessed Alliance or anything like that. All be very good draws. Savason's pretty nice to have though. So, yeah. What are you discarding? Alright, he's discarding Axe, which is really interesting. So I wonder if that means he has either another Axe or it just has a ton of red spells, because that could be it. He's very heavy on the black mana here. Okay, key is interesting. Sack the clue. Reflector Mage. Ooh, I do like Immolating Glare. There's something to be said for maybe Reflector Mage in here, but I think I would rather play it. I think game one of the first round, we maybe play it slightly fast and loose, and I think it's better for us to do this. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to let my opponent discard first. I think one of the most common cards to discard a Smuggler's Copter are extra Smuggler's Copters, and obviously if I'm going to kill this one, then I would rather him not have a second one in hand. I think that's yeah. I think we gain very minimal by doing this in response to the trigger. All right, Apprentice, sure. All right, Gisella's pretty good. I think I'm more interested in playing this Gideon. It's like slightly inefficient for our opponent to be spending a lot of mana on key. He actually doesn't have a creature in the graveyard unless he discards to key now. Sure. In order to bring back the Scrap Heap Scrounger. So, I mean, Disintegration is obviously very good, so our Gideon is dying. But we got a reasonable amount of value. He also did discard Smuggler's Copter, which I think is pretty interesting. He might have a third. You were taking Gideon, you were taking me. Yeah, just take it. I'm debating what I want to do. I think I want to play a 4 or 5 drop. Yeah, I think I'm just going to say go here. Yeah, I am going to attack here. Because he can definitely key. I think it's very likely that he keys one of his creatures, and so I would only get to block one anyway. So if he has only one blockable creature, there's no point in me having 2 blockers up. The only way that's incorrect is if he has like another Bomat Courier. So the good news is here is he can't have unlicensed Disintegration. He could have Grasp, but I don't think this deck plays Grasp. Oh, he could have Axe, yeah. Yeah, X is really good here. Alright, here I'm gonna just do Reflector Mage. Fuck the Wilmite Courier. I actually should have Reflected Adventures Apprentice first, because then I can play the second mage. But I kind of want a Spell Queller or something, so. Oh, his last card was Disintegration. It's pretty good for me. Didn't play Gisela there. Or it's good that I didn't play this Gisela. Would have been a really big blowout. So Key is filtering a mana, but it actually costs a lot of mana compared to how much mana his deck actually has available, considering he's going to be discarding lands most of the time. So, I played a lot, like, sure, that we're gonna just obviously Spell Caller. Okay, I mean that was the best possible draw our opponent could have had there, but that's fine. I mean, he hadn't drawn a Fiery Temper yet. It was 20 cards deep, so it's like pretty reasonable that he would draw one. It doesn't make our Spell Caller play any worse. I mean, our opponent is going to see our hand and take a card. We might as well try and Spell Caller it. So the interesting thing is he didn't target. You know what? This doesn't say can't be blocked, so I'm gonna block it. What did he target? He just said he targeting Spell Queller. Okay, sure. I will just block. Alright, we'll bounce it. Obviously, we should have taken 2 there because our opponent should have just keyed his own guy. Now we get to start getting in. We have the Stasis Snare for whenever he plays, and now we're going to attempt to swing the game back in our favor, which I think is pretty likely to happen. Okay, Pianolar is one of the better cards he could have had. Going to snare the Pia itself, just because the ability is so relevant. I'm amazed he played the 6th land, though. Maybe it's for fire breathing purposes, and that makes our Stasis even better, but I feel like you just want your lands to, like, especially coming to play tap landing deck, you just want to discard them to key. Unless he has a second land, is kind of the only thing that makes sense to me. Obviously, attacking first here, I think there's like, it's not great, but there's a chance he, like, blocks. And if I play Selfless Spirit, he's definitely not blocking. Let's play the Selfless Spirit later. This either works out that he, oh, he has Scrounger, okay. Let's pop with our opponent's graveyard here. We have no cards, so we can have 6. He has 2 Scroungers, and he has one creature in the graveyard that's not a Scrounger, so we always knew you had that. But yeah, so if he attacks with Thopter, we're fine. We'll just attack back for 2. And if he doesn't attack with Thopter, that's also fine. I'm just gonna take 1 here. Best draws here, any of our big spells, any of our removal spells. Deck and Stone's like somewhat interesting. I can deck a Thopter. I think I'm actually more likely to deck his Apprentice, because if I deck the Apprentice, it's just 1 card in hand. I assume it like largely doesn't matter. I attack, he blocks Thopter under here. He takes 5. Yeah, I think. Whereas if I deck the Thopter, I just actually can't attack with anything besides the Selfless Spirit. So I think decking here is fine. I'll just attack with these 3. I'm not going to attack with Selfless Spirit. Make him key if he wants. Attacking with the Selfless Spirit is tantamount to trading with the Thopter, which I can just do on his turn if I want anyway. So I can't make you decide if I want to trade for the Thopter, but there's just no reason to make that decision right now. Wow. I think it's really interesting he clued there. I think that's like... I would have probably bought a Scrap Piece Scrounger. Because now I don't feel like I can die this turn all, whereas I think if he brings like Scourge, it's not large, but there is definitely a chance I die. If he has like burn spells. So if he doesn't key, I'm blocking here every time. And if he's, yeah, like, it's fine. Like, I should always just do that. So there's 3 Scourge now, so he can actually bring 2 back. If he has mana. Okay, so he can still bring 1 back. That's the worst possible draw for us. We're still just going to attack with everyone, I think. So he blocks Apprentice on Reflector Mage. This one there takes 3. Yeah. We could have maybe not blocked with Reflector Mage. Or not attacked, sorry, not attacked with Selfless Spirit. They're just the words that were just not correct. But I think it's still pretty reasonable. Oh, that's an insane draw for him. Okay, we probably lose the game now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, he's targeting Reflector Mage? Because, interesting. Because my opponent was drawing very loud to just kill us if he just 3s ourselves and then activates Scrap Heap. But he... Oh, no, wait, he can't. If he's going to Madness that, then he can't activate Scrap Heap. That's why. Alright. So, like, that's unfortunate. Again, well, worst possible draw for us. We're going to attack with both. No reason not to. I mean, if he has the removal spell, he has the removal spell. He still didn't bring back Scrap Heap. That's got to be a mistake. Yeah, okay. Our opponent definitely misplayed that, because if they had Scrap Heaps in play, they would... yeah, I feel like I navigated that turn really well. I think our opponent maybe was playing too much to not lose the game, rather than to win the game. So, I mean, we got there. Alright, we'll see you in round 3.